PGA Tour leaves Texas, heads to Ohio for the Memorial Tournament. We are going along with him, Gary McCord of CBS Sports, joining us now previewing the whole event. And Gary, let's first talk about the course, a product of a vision by the great Jack Nicklaus, par 72, just over 7,200 yards. What challenges can it present?
Well, it's typical Jack Nicklaus. It's you've got a lot of room on the fairway, but you've got to get on the right side of the fairway to attack the green complexes. He's done that in all of his golf courses. The greens have got a lot of motion to them, and the other thing you can count on is going to be in perfect shape.
Well, we'll see if Tiger Woods can navigate it. He is the defending champion, returning to the course for the first time since pulling out of the Players. And Gary, I think the question on everyone's mind is, will he be 100%?
Will he be 100% physically or mentally?
How about both?
I will give him physically. You never know, neck injury. You don't know when that occurred. Collisions with steering wheel sometimes cause that. Who knows? But I would say that mentally he's going to be a lot worse off than he is physically. I think physically he's probably he's got it all figured out golf game wise. Now without Hank, he has been doing it on himself. But he's been doing that for a while anyway, I believe, since the Masters. I don't think they've had too many sessions together. So, he's got to figure something out in his golf swing and try to figure out how to get the driver in play so he can hit the driver. And then I would say mentally he is probably preoccupied, would be a good way to put it.
All right, we will see how it all works out. Tiger in the field, a strong field this week, Gary. Phil Mickelson there as well. Missed the cut last week at the Colonial and hasn't had much success in this tournament. Just 2 top 10s, no wins for him. Why has he struggled here? Phil is very aggressive on the golf course, and Jack's golf courses will pay a penalty if you get aggressive and don't pull it off. As we know, Phil likes to get aggressive and likes to fly at everything. But Jack hides the pins, back in the back portions of the greens, the front of the greens. Water with a lot of these second shots are involved. Bunkers, deep bunkers on the short side. And I just think that Phil just kind of, gets his wind in the sails and just fires at everything and doesn't plot around this golf course like other guys have tried to do and figured it out pretty well. Maybe he will get aggressive and pull it off. Zach Johnson sure pulled it off last weekend. Could he carry that momentum into this week, Gary? What did you see from his golf game that you liked?
Yeah, Zach finally, this year, he's just been awful in the last rounds of golf tournaments. And if you go through and look, he had about 4 or 5, 6 tournaments in a row where he was just shooting 75, 76, 74 after pretty good starts, trying to finish on Sunday. So that was a big, big deal for him that Sunday to finish the way he did and get that win. So maybe that will turn his that'll turn his momentum from not finishing to finishing and now a fresh start. And you look for a guy that does that, wins one, to really carry that over and keep going. So I look for him to be in the hunt.
Who else do you look for to be in the hunt? We've got Tiger, we've talked about Phil, we've covered Zach, one last week. Who's a guy outside the big names you think could make a splash?
Well, let's see. The guys, outside, he's a big name. Furyk, it's a great golf course for a guy like Jim Furyk can think his way around that place. And you got, all these kids coming up that have been playing really well. Jason Day, he's playing great. Boy, he's ready to go. Rory McIlroy is in the field. Obviously, Ricky Fowler. Keeps knocking on the door. But there's just a bunch of them. Jeff Overton, good golf course for Jeff. He hits at 9 miles, and he's really on a good roll. So you look at all these kids that are under 30. Ricky Barnes has been playing fantastic this year. I think he's only missed a couple of cuts. So there's a lot of these kids now. With Tiger kind of standing on the sidelines, these kids are really starting to come up and play some good golf, as we've seen.
Sounds good. Should be an exciting weekend. And, of course, you can catch all the action where else on CBS. For Gary McCord, I'm Lauren Shahadi. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you real soon.